Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 442 podcast. I'm Azar Mathani, and as always, I'm joined by the wonderful Tommy Sondi.
That's me.
And the brusque Tony O.
Morning, boys. Yeah.
How have your weekends been? Because mine has not been restful.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? I'll tell you what. Having to watch Man United and the Chicago Bears do what they did this weekend.
I saw that.
Within a day, like my day is just sandwiched with shit. It's fucking awful.
You know what?
I went to bed sad last night. It was more from the Bears thing than the United thing, because the United thing is a bit of an every week kind of deal. But Jesus,
you're looking a bit more, muscular. Like you must have been hitting the gym after these games, eh? Looking a bit bigger. Yeah.
This is true. I'll notice this.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Gotta get some positivity out of it, right?
There must be a lot of Man United fans at the gym these days, eh?
Yeah. Crowded, Tom.
They're so
crowded. Unusual for this time. It's like New Year's Day in there all the time. It's mad.
Yeah. Well, hey, I mean, it's there's one thing that's positive from that. Maybe it leads to like a more healthier lifestyle or healthier physique. I don't know.
Maybe physically, like externally.
Physically, yeah.
Mental health is a thing.
I am in pain all the time.
Mental health is
there
a
ain't
thing.
no health here.
Yeah.
We'll get to those shitbags in a second. Let's go Arsenal 2, Liverpool 2 first. Both teams missed a chance, and now Man City are top of the table.
Yeah.
It has begun.
I will say, so I'm gonna minimize the referee talk because I'm pretty exhausted about refereeing this season. Like,
brother, hey, just wait until we get to the United one.
Yeah, we will get there.
We'll have to talk about it there. Unfortunately,
it was a terrible performance from Taylor, which is not surprising. I was pretty disappointed with Liverpool. I have to say, look, we didn't end up winning, and they grabbed a point, which is, credit to them. I don't think that happens if Gabriel and Timber don't get injured. Timber is more cramped. Gabriel, I think it's a fatigue injury as well, but we'll see. I don't think it's serious. But, yeah, the thing that Liverpool always seems to struggle with, they still seem to struggle with it for me. Their midfield was not very impressive. I thought McAllister was poor. I didn't see Gravenberch in this game. Arsenal, I think it's a big opportunity missed despite the absentees that we had. I think they were there for the taking. We should have been ahead by more goals in the first half. But second half, we just flatlined for about 20 minutes, and it cost us, which, I think some of that's on Mikel. Should have made subs earlier. I didn't think Kai Havertz had his best game, but hey. It is what it is. I had a feeling of dread going into this game, and once the game started, I was like, it's actually nothing to be concerned about with this team. But,
What, I'm curious. Give me an instance of a refereeing decision that you thought was pretty brutal this game. Are you going to talk about the Kivior one? The Kivior one that was called back 30 seconds late or something like that?
Yeah. I don't think that's a foul in a million years.
You don't think that's a foul? I thought it was a foul.
Why is it... Okay. Why is it a foul on Soboslai? I think players can tell you players on the pitch tell you when it's a foul. Not a single player appeals for that decision. And in what way does Kivior foul Soboslai? He makes no attempt to go for the ball. Kivior doesn't even use his hands to jump. He doesn't stop him from jumping. He's just eager to get there. And Szoboszlai is making a back for him. I think it's dangerous play by Szoboszlai. Like,
he does go through Szoboszlai's back.
Because he makes a back for
it.
He makes a back for him. He didn't jump.
I'm with Tony on this one. If you look at Szoboszlai's reaction, he's not
appealing
for
anything.
He didn't jump.
It's weak.
I don't think it's a foul.
Then after that, Havertz controls the ball with his arm as well.
Don't give me that
same
shit.
sequence. So you can complain all you want about this or that, But for me,
you know what?
If you want to say
that, that's fine. It has to go to VAR. Let's see it. My frustration with that is not even that it was disallowed for whatever reason it was disallowed for. I said the same thing last season when Havertz scored against Villa, or maybe it was Eddie. I can't remember. Let the goal stand. Let VAR review it. And if you want to cut, because I think it's above his sleeve line, which is supposed to be the cutoff point for his hand, right? But hey, VAR may decide otherwise. That's fine. That's how you use it. The fact that because he let it go, Taylor lets it go, and then he sees Havertz one-on-one with the keeper. It's like, actually, this isn't good. He blows the whistle. Coward, yeah. It's a cowardly move.
Panic. He's panicking.
Well, why are you a referee when you're panicking? If you want to panic at grassroots level, come panic at grassroots level. This is Premier League football, and you're
that's
panicking.
What I did when I refed. I panicked, and that's
why there you go. Exactly.
I stopped. I knew it's not for me. Yeah.
Dude panics, and then we never get the chance to see that play develop. And then there was just a lot of little decisions. There was the Van Dijk one where he just lets Van Dijk kick Havertz a couple of times.
That's a strange one. That's a yellow card any day of the week.
And then at the death, he decides, actually, I'm going to give a goal kick when Tsimikas blasts the ball out of play. I don't know. To me, it was just a weird refereeing performance. I didn't want to. You're the one who decided to make this debate.
No,
it's the same thing. I get it.
Just like we have somehow gotten sucked into the referee talk anyway.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen.
I felt Arsenal were there for the taking for Liverpool, and I was surprised with their performance. But having said that, they get a point at the Emirates. It's not a bad result. It's just we've been talking about how Liverpool are good this season. I've seen them a few times, even against Chelsea, where I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm not seeing it. Like, this doesn't look like a team that wins the league. Unfortunately, it still looks to be City's to lose, But,
I don't think there's been a team that's been really super impressive every week in and week out yet.
No, there hasn't. City obviously have their issues, but they are accumulating points. That's the difference, right?
Yeah, that's. So is Liverpool, to be honest. They're not playing their best, and they're getting the points.
They're accumulating points. Yeah. So, we'll see. Every team will go through their rough patch. If Arsenal want to compete for this title, they need to hang in there until the injured players get. I have to say, by the way, Saka, my hope index went up when his name was on the team sheet. He is a brilliant player, man. Honestly.
I think he is the seventh youngest player to reach 50 Premier League goals.
Yeah, he has a goal contribution every game this season. It is getting to that point now where I still think Salah is superior to the best wingers in the league, but this season he's gone up another level. I think this year, 2024. He's gone up another level, and this season now, he's just, every week he's contributing in a major way. It's amazing to watch.
Really sent Robinson to the cleaners on that cut,
The nutmeg, man. The nutmeg, and then the dude's just, it's beautiful.
It's the worst thing to happen to a fullback.
Yep.
You're just sliding away, and you're like,
just watching.
Not good. This is not good.
Best seat in the house. Best seat in the house.
The thing about Salah is, I don't think he wasn't particularly good this game. I thought Timber did a really good job against them for the most part, and then he just pops up with a goal. You know what I mean? That's what Salah does.
That's Salah.
Yeah.
You need a second. He comes along. It's the same thing with Trent, where he had a quiet game. Then he has that one pass.
I'm going to say something about Trent. I think his passing is the most overrated thing. He can pass the ball. Don't get me wrong. His technique is crazy, but he tries that pass 1,000 times a game, man. It's just Xabi Alonso, Pirlo, these guys, they hit that ball with a lot more frequency. I don't know. I thought that pass, it's a great pass. I think that's just terrible defending by Kivior. I don't know where he's going. He's just sucked into the channel. But anyway, it is what it is.
For the second week in a row, Arsenal conceded from a set piece.
Yeah,
which
Havertz is
unusual for
Set
an Arsenal team
piece
that's
FC.
normally so good on set pieces. They scored off one.
Marino's best
Mikel
game, by the way,
Marino.
by a long
Do
shot.
we know if Marino is named after the sheep? Does he come from a group of farmers?
I'm not familiar with this
Merino
reference.
is the type of wool. It's the type of wool.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's very
And
good.
it
Yeah.
is also a
quality,
group
yeah.
of. It's a type of. The wool is named after the sheep that it comes from.
Mm-hmm.
So, it is a Spanish type of sheep,
Mm-hmm.
which I have learnt in my research for this episode
Mm-hmm.
because I knew Merino would come up. Very nice wool.
You knew it will come
I
up
just
because
wanna know.
you brought it up. It will come
Yes.
up. Like,
Well, Mikel Merino scores in a big game. I am obliged to talk about the sheep and the wool.
okay.
I have.
So Tony, please come to us with answers. Is he off shepherds or something similar? Like, what's going on here? Is he a sheep?
I just thought it was Ateta's son. You know, I don't know.
Michael Sheep.
They do look similar, yeah.
Yes.
I do have a merino wool sweater. It's very comfortable.
Oh, very
Yeah,
nice, very nice.
Good
Yeah.
quality. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. This guy Merino, he may just end up being top quality for Arsenal in the long run. You never know.
Okay.
I do like that his name is essentially Michael Sheep.
Michael
So
Sheep.
that's good. That's good. That's good stuff. It's good stuff. I'm sorry, I have derailed us slightly.
Yeah.
Anything else
It's
on
an
this
important
game?
topic, yeah, about this. I mean, Arsenal have Newcastle next, so
We need to win
They're
that.
already.
Yeah.
You're in a spot where like some of the games are like must win, not tie.
Yeah.
To keep up with City.
100%. We need to win that. I will say, the City boys are killing us, man. Like, Zinchenko, Jesus. Like, we needed to bring on Jesus a lot earlier, but at the same time, the manager does not trust
They
him.
sell damaged goods.
Yeah,
They sell you
they
damaged
do.
goods, man.
100%. Yeah. They're like,
Like Sterling.
You need to keep those receipts.
at the end of their warranty or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
Zinchenko
You get a
didn't play,
1-year
though,
warranty.
right?
That's my
You get a
point.
1-year warranty.
Oh.
That's my point. We're
they're-
bringing in
they're
Miles
playing
Lewis
They're
Skelly.
playing Thomas Partey at fullback,
Yeah.
and like Zinchenko is just sitting there on the bench.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
brought like Miles Lewis Skelly, who I really like. I think he's gonna be a top player. He's coming on before him. Kivio's coming on before him. Like, yeah. And then there's the other one, Sterling, who's just, yeah, not worth the half or 40% wages we're paying, man. I'm done. He's just
Already,
useless.
That's it. That's
His attitude
did not
stinks,
take
man.
long.
It did not take long.
Nah, his attitude stinks. He's retired. He's retired. The dude does not. He walks, and it's so foreign in our team to have someone that walks. No one walks. Sterling walks. I'm like, I can't accept this.
He had one start, maybe 2 starts so far, and
It's
that's
enough.
It, eh? Yeah,
It's enough.
That's enough to say.
It's
Yeah.
Winnie and Jesus 1 goal this season. Jesus hasn't scored since January. 25 games. Jesus hasn't scored.
For a striker, that is pretty damning.
For an attacker, for a
statistic.
midfielder, it's a bad stat. Dude has number 9 at the back of his shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, that's he's past it. That's for sure. Yeah.
It's
All right.
27.
Well, I think
Well, if you want teams that don't score, we can always move along to Man United.
You scored.
They lost, despite our best efforts. Even that goal, Man United won, West Ham 2. On the goal,
Which one?
Xerxes' header is off target.
Yep.
Oh, the one that United
Yep.
scored. it just
It's a terrible
Casemiro
header.
just happens to be there.
It's a terrible
Even
header.
when we score,
Yeah.
we are trying not to score. It's
that
the chances that Man United missed, particularly in the first half of this game,
Garnacho.
are, frankly,
Yeah.
lock them all up, throw away the key. Like Garnacho had one
Two
off the bar,
good
one that he
ones,
just
yeah.
put wide. Bruno had one that he should have scored, and Diogo Dallo. Astaghfirullah. What's going on here?
Hey,
What's
look
this?
at the positives. You guys created a
positives?
lot of good chances to the first half.
Dude.
you had a
Man United.
No.
amount of
Man
creation there.
United.
I
are
did
top
not
of the
see this
table,
defeat
top
coming.
of the table.
From this
Top of the
big
table
chances
in
missed.
number of posts hit
Oh,
and
okay.
number of big chances missed.
Yeah.
We have
Okay.
missed 22 out of 26 big chances. So,
You've taken 4 big chances.
you know,
That's
Oh,
crazy.
didn't Hoyland had a really good chance in the first half as well,
Yep,
where he
he
kind of
did.
dangled around a couple of guys. Yeah. Bruno should have had
The
like,
Hoyland,
yeah.
the Hoyland one. At least he created his own shit. That got
that's
saved.
true.
And at least he fucking forced a save. Most of these we aren't hitting the fucking target.
The one to focus
At least make
on,
the keeper work.
The one
the
that-
Dallo one
the Dallo
is the one I want to
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about because that's insane. And we'll get to West Ham's goals as well eventually. But gee, Dallo on a very nice ball over the top from Fernandez. I don't know what the fuck the goalie
He's
is
a
doing. He just
terrible
comes charging
goalkeeper.
out for nothing. Fabianski.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah,
He's
he doesn't
finished.
play that anymore.
He's
He's
finished,
just a
man.
backup.
He's
So when he
not
plays,
Yeah,
even
but their
fast.
starting goalie is useless too. That's the
oh,
problem.
Areola, yeah,
Yeah.
he's been terrible.
Yeah.
That's why Fabianski's getting in. Yeah,
But yeah, Fabianski comes charging out of his box. Easy touch around him. He's in the box. The entirety of the goal is just there. And he somehow puts it
A professional
wide.
footballer should not be able to miss that
You
chance.
should not be.
you don't smash those like that without looking, and it was
There is
infuriating.
there is a defender coming in to try and block the shot on the line. If that defender blocks the shot,
Fair enough.
you still give Dallo shit.
Yeah.
But you say, okay, good defending.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say in this case? I don't know what to do.
I feel bad for Bruno because he gave like
No.
3 or 4
Feel bad for me.
fantastic balls that should be goals. His
Yeah,
assist
Bruno
tally
should have. Bruno
be up.
should have had.
He also
Bruno
should-
have had
yeah.
2 or 3 assists.
Yeah,
in this
that's
one.
gotta
But
be
they
infuriating.
just don't
Yeah.
wanna
I didn't
score. They
see.
don't wanna put
I
the
didn't see
ball
this
in
result
net.
coming. I thought you'd win this game for sure.
West Ham were
They
shit.
are bad.
Don't get it wrong.
Yeah, they
are
West
very
Ham,
bad.
West Ham won this game,
yeah.
but West Ham were awful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
West Ham were beyond awful, and we just let them. The combination of us and what's his name, David Coote, the referee.
Yes.
I forget who was VAR on this one.
He's the worst referee. There are some bad refs in this league.
guys, just hold the door. I said in the text chat yesterday that I was really worried that this result may be what kills Ten Hag United, and I'm breaking news. All right,
You're joking.
it's official. It's official.
Fuck.
No
Ten
shot.
Hag has left. He's been sacked. It's official.
No, if
right
you're
now.
lying to me, I
I'm
will
not
come to
lying.
Kingston and I will
I
fight
was
you.
so worried because you don't. This West Ham.
He's
shit.
right.
If you lose
it
to
just
West Ham.
came in, man.
It just came in. boys.
It just fucking came in.
Oh, this
Fuck.
is a day of mourning. Oh my
Fuck.
gosh. I was so worried because
You know
it's
what?
West Ham.
David Coote is my favorite referee.
Oh.
I have never said a bad thing about him, and I will continue to never say a bad thing about David Coote. All of you, watch your damn mouth when you talk about David Coote.
Oh my
No,
god.
you can't
Yeah.
lose. You can't lose to West Ham. You
You
can't.
can't lose to West Ham. This is too much.
That's the
This is a step
line.
too far.
Damn.
Diogo
This is-
Dallo, you beautiful boy.
This
I never doubted you.
This is This is like when you see like one of those celebrities that you've really loved pass away, like devastating news. Like it's like those lines, you know. Like, damn.
It was a bad result. Oh, fuck.
Oh man, this
Oh,
sucks. Eh?
dude.
Well, now we gotta talk about.
I was
like,
hoping at
who's
least it just lasts the next international break.
No.
I'm genuinely surprised they've sacked him right
Yeah,
now.
it
I
makes
thought
it-
he
but
was
it
gonna-
makes no
I thought it was
sense.
going to be the international.
It makes no.
break.
You just had an international. So what
I
do
know,
you think
you
was
had
going to
a-
change? This is what I don't get with Man United. Why now? Like, what was going to change between the last international break and the next one, or the summer, and this point? Like, they've had so many chances.
Should have been sacked in the summer, and they just didn't have the balls to do it.
They've been
That's
flirting
it.
with managers for months. Like,
Oh,
the
yeah.
dude's been a dead man walking for a long
Oh,
time.
so now it's like okay, who comes in now?
Rude.
I assume
Oh,
Rude
Mr.
is
Rude.
temporary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
alright, yeah, temporary. Yeah,
He's
gotcha,
been,
gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's been,
okay.
what
That
the
is,
Grim
that is
Reaper
100% the
entire
reason
time.
he was hired.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Grim Reaper in glasses. Rude. The entire time. he's been-
Look, hey, you give Rude a chance, he's gonna fucking take it, isn't he?
Mm.
That's what we know about him. Wow. How did we come back to talking about this? Oh, we didn't even talk about the penalty decision yet.
Who cares now? I mean, yeah.
I mean,
It's not a penalty.
it was
It's not a penalty.
one of the.
That's my
It was
thing.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about VAR re-refereeing the game and doing it just frankly incorrectly sometimes. I'm like,
why get involved?
that's
Clear and
insane.
obvious. Why get involved? The referee's seen it. He said it's not a foul. I don't understand.
And also, it takes him. It's also like they kept talking about, oh, there's going to be a high threshold for overturning decisions. I'm like,
Every
what
time,
is this high
every
threshold?
time
Like,
they say this nonsense, it lasts 2 weeks, and then they
It's-
throw it up. They
it's
throw it out.
nuts.
I know
It's
this
nuts.
weekend, the number of times I'm seeing players kick the ball away and nothing happens,
Yeah.
it's just making my head explode. Like we've
Yeah.
lost or dropped points in 3 games this season because of this nonsense. But yeah, refereeing.
I feel like it almost feels like they're just refs making decisions. It's just to laugh at you, Arsenal. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it just
The Northern
just like,
Cartel.
really raw you guys off.
The
Yeah.
Northern Cartel, man. Yeah.
Northern Cartel's not doing us much good.
I mean, you're not doing yourselves much good. That's the problem.
You shoot yourselves in the foot.
Yeah, but they're not helping. Can't believe Ten Hag got sacked while we were recording. Normally, this shit happens after
Right
we're
after.
done.
Yeah.
This is and immediately outdates everything. This is
For
This
once,
is good.
breaking
I'm
news on the
happy.
pod. Yeah.
For once.
This is yeah. You.
It's
He's
a good
buzzing.
thing this won't
Yeah,
get
he's
released until
buzzing.
24
He's so
hours
happy.
later.
You are
I'm
buzzing,
so
man.
happy.
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay, I'm not even angry about the penalty anymore. This is great.
Great. So United new
God,
manager bounce when
the
they-
group chats are starting to wake up now as well. It's wonderful stuff.
I'm gonna see
Um,
who United
let's
play
move
in the
on.
next few weeks just to see.
Us. They play us, Tony, next week.
We play
And
Chelsea
New manager
next.
bounce at home. Yeah, perfect. Just so we need it. Something for one game against one more game against Ten Hag, you know. Damn. But yeah.
Hey, the last time we sacked a manager, we also played Chelsea next.
Yeah,
I
it was,
think.
was it Carrick? Carrick.
It was Michael
played-
Carrick
yeah.
beat Chelsea. Yeah,
Did they?
2-1.
You guys beat us, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember because I had to record from Pakistan that time. Let's speak about Chelsea. They beat Newcastle
We did,
2-1.
yeah.
And man, two things. First, Cole Palmer continues to maybe be the most fun player to watch in the league. Like I just love
Yeah,
watching
he-
him play football. I'm so glad he got out of City before Pep took this away from us. And two, Nico Jackson looks kind of good.
He
I don't
is.
know if I'm ready to accept him.
He still can't
as good
finish, I don't
because-
think. Although he's scoring goals.
But
Oh,
I'm like,
he's
getting
he
better.
looks good.
He's getting better.
He's got 14 goal contributions in his last 14 Premier League games.
Yeah.
It's kind of nuts.
It is.
It's
the
quite
thing
good.
with Jackson is he's always had really good movement. You know, he's always been pacey. He's always had like kind of smart runs. I mean, not all the time. He had
Hey.
offside quite a bit, but
Jackson having good movement is to be expected after Tony spent half of last season calling him Michael Jackson instead.
yeah. Okay. But
I'm,
now
I'm still reeling from the Ten Hag news, man. I'm so sad.
I know. Well,
He's so
I'm so sad.
I don't blame you. It is
Yeah.
actually pretty sad. But now Jackson is like starting to.
Well, I've
improve
got
his
my
finishing.
fucking title for the podcast as well. I'm set. I just call it Erik 10 sacked and I'm done. Easy.
Yeah, get
Don't
it
have to
down.
think about
Get
it.
it down, yeah.
I'm gotta write it down before I forget.
Yeah, so what was it? We had a good start to this game because Palmer had one. He was just offside for his goal
Yep.
early on, and then it was just a brilliant counterattack. It was an amazing ball from Palmer from like just out top of his own 18. He turns, sends Neto in. Neto is pacey, like he's got speed, and I'm glad that in this type of game he started over. Sancho's been kind of in that spot before him in the left side. And then he beats someone, I don't forget who it was, but then a beautiful cross in for Jackson, who, you know, it's not that you should finish, but we've seen him miss those. You know what I mean? Like, he's missed those chances quite a bit.
Yeah.
And it was just a brilliant goal. We haven't really put in, like, we've had good moments in games. And
Yeah.
We've been fun to watch, but we've never put in a solid full 90. And defensively, we're not there. I think Enzo is really focusing on a lot of our build-up play, a lot of our counterattacks, really on the attacking side of the football. Defensively, we're still shaky. And you can see it with Isak's goal. You know, he's kind of unmarked in the middle, in our box. No one really
Yeah.
picks it up.
Isak should have set up an equalizer as well, because there was one point, I think, late on where he was in the box, managed to go around a player, around the goalie or something, and all he had to do was cut the ball back for, I think, Joe Linton or someone who was running in, and he just waited on the ball because he wanted to try to shoot it himself and missed the chance. But it's Chelsea's. I don't think Chelsea's defense is going to improve until they have a different goalie in, because Robert Sanchez just feels like a magic 8-ball of a goalie. You just shake him and see what turns
what
up.
You're gonna get. Yeah, like he had what was it, the game where we tied. I forget. He made a crazy amount of saves. Was it Forrest? I think it was Forrest. Forrest, yeah. He had a great performance. He was solid. And then you see this game, it's like his passing sucks. It's just
I think he's a better goalkeeper when he's under pressure. Like when the team's not dominating. I think when your team's dominating, he struggles with concentration, just in general.
That's
I do think with your defense, I think it's just personnel, man. You don't have like Gusto's average, Fofana's average. I think Colwell's average, and Reece James was playing left back. Like, I just think. I don't see how you're going to get a solid defense out of those four.
Hey, man, the fact that Reece James was playing is pretty big.
You know what? He was... I'm impressed with Reece James. He's so injured a lot, but he doesn't take a lot of time to like get back into form. Like I thought he was actually pretty good this game, and even last game he was okay against Liverpool. This game he was actually pretty solid in my opinion. And so like this guy hasn't played football in like forever, but he can come in and put in a performance like that. Not many. There's a lot of players that need time to like get into the things, right? He's one guy that just like, boom, I'm ready, which is great to see. The Palmer goal, Pope.
It's bad goalkeeping.
You can't let that like near post. You can't let that in.
I thought he must have taken a deflection, but you watch the replay. I'm like, that's just bad goalkeeping. Yeah, beating at your near post like that is terrible.
It is. Yeah.
My group chats are exploding right now.
Everyone
else has just woken up to the Ten Hag news.
I tossed my phone.
I have some of the running order on my phone, so I can't toss it away.
Yeah. I guess.
What are we gonna do with all these Ajax players now? Where's Ten Hag going next?
That's the one good thing. He's left a great legacy at your club. You have a lot of dead wood to shift, so you know. But
you know what? It was always bound to happen once Anthony got injured.
How did he get injured? Yeah. How did he get it up?
I don't know. He got hurt in the Europa League game.
He was a sub.
He came
surely.
on the pitch and got hurt. He was a sub. Once Anthony was gone, what reason was there for Ten Hag anymore to stay?
One Dutchman to another. So we'll see what Ruud can get out of them. Yeah.
He may like him. Yeah, you never know. Probably not, because I feel like Ruud's kind of a smart manager. But
every time the camera pans to the bench, Ruud looks really upset with whatever he's seeing. He's not been happy with whatever. And we were talking about Chelsea.
So final notes. If you guys if you're looking for more dead weight, you can maybe take up Enzo, because the Lavia Caicedo midfield for me is actually working really good. And
the dude is
Caicedo's putting in 10 out of 10 performances. Lavia, when he's fit, is putting in 10 out of 10 performances. Enzo's on the bench.
Relax. 10 out of 10,
okay,
10 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
10 out of 10 everywhere. Relax.
But Enzo on the bench, I'm glad this guy has the balls to bench Enzo, because Pochettino couldn't do it. You know what I mean?
In fairness, he had no one else, but I hear you.
Yeah, Lavia was injured. That's true. He had Gallagher sometimes he played. Anyhow, forget it. Caicedo, for me, has just been so consistent. Every game, he just puts in such a great performance. Palmer, I don't think Palmer was amazing today. He got the goal, whatever. Newcastle, something not right with Newcastle.
The project is over.
Something's not right now.
The project at Newcastle is over. Yeah. I think there are a few players who are their heads gone. Like, they're going to be looking for a move in the summer. I think Isak's one of them. I think Guimaraes is one of them. Wouldn't surprise me if Tonali is one of them as well. I just think this is not what they signed up for. They signed up for another City project, and that's just not going to happen with the current climate, right? Yeah. So, yeah.
It's not. They're in 12th place. They haven't looked good like a single game.
No. I'm surprised he's still there. honestly. What's his face? I keep forgetting to do Eddie Howe.
Eddie Howe.
Yeah. I'm surprised he's still there, but
well, he's gonna be feeling the pressure now for sure because you got Arsenal next. And it's like for them, Newcastle, it's almost like a must-win game as well. For them.
For what? What's their ambition this season? Newcastle?
I don't know, but like you can't just keep,
Yeah, I know what you mean, but it feels like there's no expectation
Newcastle,
on that club.
They're not in Europe at all this season.
No, they're
right?
not.
No.
They haven't won in their last 5 games. I'm looking at their form table. 3 losses in their last 5.
Yeah, like, it's not good. It's not good. Yeah, he's got to be feeling that pressure for sure. Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's a good thing. The owners of Newcastle are very, very forgiving people, and it never goes badly for anyone that disappoints them. Let's move on before.
This is why we're bound in
Sally's getting mad at me again. Yep. Brentford 4, Ipswich 3. An absolutely batshit insane game. Ipswich go 2-0 up in this one. Brentford fight back to 2-2. Go up 3-2. Ipswich get a man sent off, equalise, concede an injury time winner to what I'm pretty sure was an attempted cross, and then manage to hit the bar at the other end.
Cross.
It was a cross.
I believe, was it Ryan Clark from Ipswich became only the second ever player in a Premier League game to score an own goal, concede a penalty, and get a red card all in the same game.
Did you say second?
Harry Clark.
Oh, Harry Clark. Yeah. Sorry.
Did you say second? So it's been done before?
Yes. Jan Bednarek against Man United when Southampton lost 9-0.
Makes so much sense.
That is a name that makes
Jan
so much sense.
Bednarek is exactly the defender you'd expect him from. Just that shit game, man. Yeah. Brentford are must-watch every week because they are just fun.
Yeah, they're not missed. And Bubbo's really stepped into that lead forward role. Yeah, he's.
He will be gone in the summer.
The fact that they had
100%.
Johan Vissa back was also huge for them because he's missed the last month or so with injury. I think he came back last week from it, and he started in this one, scored one, was influential on the own goal. Like that's going in if the defender doesn't make a mess of that.
Would you take Frank? Thomas Frank.
Honestly, I think I would.
Yeah?
I think I would. He's an interesting manager, and I don't know. I like watching his teams.
I like him.
Seems like a smart guy.
I just don't know how it translates.
I would take. Is that the thing is you're like, oh, it's a step up, and you don't know how it's going to work out. But I think he'd be refreshing at least. I wouldn't be opposed to it at all.
Yeah, I still say Southgate should get the job, but.
No. He is on hiatus. Please.
I think he'll do something stupid like get Graham Potter, honestly. But
Mr. Potter, that's right. I totally forgot about him. He's still getting his paycheck, so he may not want to leave just yet.
Do you know how crazy that is? That's true. I
didn't realize that I had a little Van Nistelrooy right there.
Hey, there he is. Yeah, nice hair and everything. Ipswich, no
championship.
Wins. They're going down.
It's not looking great.
I do like Liam Delap a lot. I think he's a very good player.
Was he not with United
in
the summer? I think he was, right?
Was he? He's a
not
Liam Delap. I'm not Liam Delap. I'm sorry.
You're thinking Kieran McKenna.
I'm thinking the manager. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
My bad. I was thinking McKenna.
Yeah.
He was Liverpool United.
I was surprised because he's a City boy, right? And he's a City grad. I mean, it happens. But yeah, the crop that comes up. I mean, Leicester, have been a credit to, but Southampton and Ipswich.
They got IU on their team, so they're gonna always fight to stay alive. Yeah.
Ipswich are
good to
at
watch.
Least some.
There's
also like they're like they've drawn 4 times so far.
That's not good.
It's definitely like it's not great, but I think Southampton are truly a class of their own at this point, and I don't think anyone should. Ipswich are not a good promoted team. Southampton are a particularly bad promoted team.
They should have. It's too bad they didn't,
Tell you what,
concede
1 point
more,
this
more
season.
when I triple captain Haaland this weekend. They should have.
That never works. Triple captains very rarely work in a single Not
I
true.
know, but like it's the Southampton that we're talking about, and you see the solid game. Like they should have conceded more.
Yeah, Rams had
City
a
were
good
not.
game,
They
but
were not firing. Yeah,
they have 1
I mean,
point.
Southampton should have fucking equalized. Is what they should
they
have
also had
done.
chances. Yes, that's true.
What is it with players missing one-on-ones against City? Like they just shit themselves all the time.
That's what happens. That's what they do. Yeah.
Shit themselves.
They just
man.
so scared.
Like Archer, it just makes that chance a lot more complicated than it needs to be. But anyway, who cares? They have 1 point this season. We're a quarter of the way, through.
Yeah, we're a quarter of the season. Yeah.
Maybe.
This is
Maybe.
That's the thing. You look at them. You're like, where's the win coming from?
Yeah, exactly.
With Southampton, you're looking at them. You're like, okay, they've already played Ipswich.
Yep.
That was their 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the win coming from? Because Wolves. Sure, they're right down there with them, but Wolves look a lot
Wolves
better
are a far superior
than
team.
what Southampton are.
Yeah.
And Wolves have had, like,
Bad luck.
genuinely an
Yeah.
insane run of fixtures.
Mm.
And, I mean, they did just come up with a late equaliser on this past weekend. Brighton, somehow turning a 4-on-1 into a Wolves equaliser at the other end is insane.
Yeah.
And that might genuinely be the turning point for Wolves' season. Because their fixture list eases up a lot now.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah. Brighton blew that 2-goal lead. Yeah, late
Yeah.
on that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Southampton to do it. I think we might get someone that breaks that record. Yeah. I'd love to see
We
it.
say this every
I
year,
know,
and then
but
somehow they manage to squeak
They go on
past.
a run. Yeah.
Somehow the relegated teams are getting worse. Like there's always one team that's just getting worse and worse. Like Southampton genuinely look worse than Sheffield United, but we'll see. Yeah, long way to go. Yeah.
Elsewhere, on Friday night, Leicester lost 3-1 to Nottingham Forest, and we need to talk about Chris Wood. I jokingly, at one point last year, I think, called him Cristiano Woodnaldo. And it kind of holds up. He is the second highest scorer in the league behind, of course, Erling Haaland.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to
Wait, no,
Danny Welbeck, I believe, who is
really?
third.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
Embuemo was higher than all these guys, no?
When you say all these guys, you surely mean Welbeck and Wood, because Haaland was in all these guys. Just saying.
Haaland doesn't count. We don't count. This is
Haaland doesn't count. There's Haaland, and then there's a secondary golden
Look up
boot
his
for
stats.
everyone
Embuemo
else.
has to have more goals than
It's
this guy.
possible the table has been updated since his
Mbemo might
brace.
be up there with them.
Yeah, I think this was.
Oh,
before.
true. He did score two, didn't he?
Yeah, so Mbemo is second.
Mbemo was second now.
Yeah, he has
Right.
8.
Sorry, I looked at this table. I think after Chris Wood's game.
Oh, okay.
The
Yeah.
So
Right.
Palmer
really
and
benefits
Wood are
Wood, yeah.
third. Salah, Jackson, Welbeck are they're 6. So 11, Haaland 8, 7, 6.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, overall, I just think Nuno has got, his team really going to his tune. Like they're playing his style of football and they're playing it well. He's got the players for it at the moment, and Forest are actually having a good start to the
I
season.
genuinely
It
think.
feels.
I genuinely think.
It feels like early Wolves, like when Wolves came back up with Nuno and they were playing quite well for a few seasons. It feels kind of
Was
like
that
that.
was that with Jimenez? Like,
Yeah,
yes.
with
I was gonna
Jimenez,
say
yes,
it
yeah.
feels like they park the bus and give the ball to Wood, honestly, and just
Yeah.
Wood gets the goals. Because they're not a great watch at all, but
No.
yeah,
But
Definitely
there is enough quality
Yeah.
with guys like Gibbs White,
Hudson-Odoi.
Hudson-Odoi, able to
they
like
have speed
feed
on the wings, yeah.
Chris Wood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
so,
Four
No,
wins,
it is-
4 draws and a loss. 7 goals conceded. Yeah, that's.
It's that defense, man. It's
they're
the
gonna
same
be
thing
a
as
tough
Wolves.
team.
That defense is
they're
good.
7th. That's nuts. Yeah.
Elsewhere around the Premier League, in a bit more serious news now, former Fulham owner, I believe, Mohamed El Fayed, who passed away recently, has been pretty credibly accused of sexual assault, basically.
Yeah, he's been
and
accused of a lot of
grooming,
things.
essentially. He's been accused by the former Fulham women's team captain from, I believe, the early mid-2000s?
Yeah, early 2000s.
Was it? I mean, this is a guy who has big links with the UK government and was clearly very much protected being an owner of a football club and a big presence amongst the rich and powerful. And it's just a reminder that football has a huge fucking issue with this stuff. I mean, you look at how Marseille have been, like, essentially trying to rehabilitate the Mason Greenwood image and all of that. And you can see that this is not just something from someone who is an old guy, it happened to pass away kind of thing. This is still very much prevalent in football.
The Alpha 8, there are, it could be about 100 accusations in general. Like, he was very problematic, very often going to stores trying to get, offered jobs, things under the guise of jobs. And very often, like, they had protocols in place, like coaching staff had protocols in place to try and make sure that players with the Fulham women's team were not isolated with the owner in his hotel room, which why you would ever need to be in the owner's hotel room in the first place is crazy. But nothing, I mean, a lot of, look, sport in general has a problem. I do think in general the rich and powerful have found the UK to be very accommodating of their sins. I do think culturally we're starting to see that a lot of things are now coming out. But I just look forward to a prolonged period of time where we're not hearing some shit about somebody's done this or somebody's done that. Like in sport, there needs to be a cultural reset, some kind of general education, more transparency, better policies. But it is what it is. Malfoy, it's got like you said, a long history of nonsense in a lot of things, not just sexual assaults. But anyway,
hopefully he is remembered as this disgusting piece of shit, as opposed to being remembered as the guy who put up a statue of Michael Jackson outside the Fulham Stadium. Elsewhere in Europe, small game called El Clasico over the weekend, played in Real Madrid's backyard. They got slapped up 4-0 by Barcelona. The big stat I saw from this one was that Kylian Mbappe was caught offside 8 times.
Yeah.
It was a stupid performance from Mbappe in the first half.
Filippo Inzaghi would never be caught offside that many times. It's insane.
Haaland was caught offside 6 times in the Premier League all of last season in the Premier League. Mbappe's done that and beat it in one game.
The Hansi Flick,
so fast.
The Hansi Flick line, if you like, I was watching Barcelona Bayern. The line is crazy. Like it's the halfway line. Like they just keep pushing up. But you're right.
It is and Postecoglou's line at Spurs.
Exactly, it is. But with better players.
With better players, it works with this team.
The Mbappe performance was terrible, man. Our first half, they missed a lot of chances. Like they just felt like they were just gonna keep getting chances. Like it wasn't gonna, like Vinicius missed some, Mbappe missed some, Bellingham missed one. There was one particularly
It was a crazy save.
Yeah, I think it was offside.
Insane
Mbappe offside
save.
Again. But,
it did end up getting pulled back for an Mbappe offside, but goalie doesn't know that when he's making the save. Like that's a nut save. Yeah. And it's whoever who's the goalie?
It's a regen. I don't know. Actually, he's not that young. He's 25.
It's their backup. I forget his name now, but
Yeah, exactly. I saw it. I was just like, this is not Chesney. No. And like, obviously, Ter Stegen is done for the year. But like,
what's his name?
No name.
Pena.
Like
Pena. Yeah,
no name brand goalie making that save.
Chesney's on the bench right.
He's enjoying himself. Wow, you saw the post game.
The photo. Yeah.
He did the Ancelotti meme.
The moment.
He did the Ancelotti meme with the cigar.
What I love from this game, a couple of moments. Of course, Lewandowski scoring. Like, I mean, he should have had a hat trick. He had a really bad miss in this game after he had 2. Was his header. He had Flick on the sidelines. Flick was doing like the imitation header as Lewandowski hitting it, which is actually really good. And then I think he was celebrating hard on like their 4th goal, and then Ancelotti comes to him, it's like Ancelotti's like, no. He gives him the finger, like, no. It's like, okay, old man, yeah, okay, I won't celebrate anymore. But a couple of really funny moments.
Hansi Flick is having the time of his life. There was one where he just like toppled over and did a little backward somersault when someone, I think it was when Lewandowski missed that chance.
Yeah.
He's having a great time. He's just rolling around. Like, this man is loving life.
I think he just has the yeah.
No, I was gonna say that's the best front three in Europe right now. Rafinha, Yamal, and Lewandowski. Yeah. Rafinha's he's got like 13 goal contributions or something stupid like that. Yeah.
I mean, there was a nasty after Lamine Yamal's goal. He's had some frankly abhorrent racial abuse from the Real Madrid fans, and imagine being so tilted by a kid who is 17
years old. Yeah.
And after the game, Yamal comes out and he's just like, "Yeah, I couldn't even hear them. All I could hear were Barca fans." I was like, "This kid, man, this kid is different. Like, he is ridiculous."
Yeah.
The thing with Flick is, like, he's a very high line, high attacking, like high intensity sort of like manager, like style of play. It's working with this team because this team is young. It's high intensity. It's high energy. They can do this football, right? Like, he failed in Germany. Like,
did he fail in Germany?
He had a terror. He had one of the worst records a German coach has had.
Did
so
he?
I gotta say,
I don't remember that. I mean, I know that he had issues with.
Yeah, he had a pretty rough go with Germany.
They were not good.
You're talking about the national team. Sorry, when you said in
the national team.
With Bayern,
he was excellent for Bayern. He was excellent for Bayern.
With the national team, I think Flick is just one of the, because they have a young, energetic team too with Germany. But I think he's one of those guys who, the way he plays, he needs to be with them every week, every day. You know what I mean? Like, that system is so high risk, high reward. It needs to be really fine-tuned. I don't think national team football suits him, where you're mostly just managing in a framework. I think he's one of those coaches that really needs to be involved. But, I mean, with Bayern, his Bayern team, they slapped up Barca, I think, 8-2 or something crazy like that.
Oh, yeah, they were
unbelievable.
Insane.
Won the Champions League, But
and then his Barca team went and slapped up Bayern this week in the Champions League.
They had a good week.
Game like 4-1 or something in the end.
Yeah, again, another bizarre game. Yeah, but high risk, high reward.
I have some additional news around El Clasico.
Yes.
So, El Chiringuito. I don't know if you boys are familiar with it. It is basically a Spanish TV show. Talks about football. They had a former La Liga ref, Paz, I believe his name is,
Paz, yeah.
just interviewing on the show. It's one of those shows they just get someone on, do like talking heads kind of interview stuff. During this interview, Paz's parrot starts whistling a tune, and Paz gets actively very annoyed with the parrot, trying to get it to shut up. Turns out that parrot, this former La Liga ref's parrot, I cannot stress enough, former La Liga ref's parrot is whistling the Real Madrid anthem.
That is
in the middle of an interview.
Snitch.
Like, you can see the ref's face just go, fuck.
Wait.
It's a good thing there is never any controversy around this.
Snitch.
Why does he have a parrot with them in this interview? What's
Maybe
the reason?
Well, no. He's Skyping in from his house.
Exactly.
Okay. Gotcha.
He did not bring in.
I'm
looking
at the studio
to on him. Now, this ref has also claimed that another former ref also has a parrot. First of all, why do all the La Liga refs have parrots? Is there some kind of distribution system? What's happening? One ref having a parrot, interesting. Two refs having parrots,
suspect.
Weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, this Pajares Paz also has claimed that another former ref has a parrot that says the word cabron, which means bastard, every time someone says Barcelona. So, these parrots are snitching on people, man. Don't keep a parrot. It will give away your secrets. Untrustworthy birds.
Yeah, they'll give you away secrets for sure. Wasn't there isn't it a show, Only Murders in the Building? Wasn't there a parrot in that one season?
There
also,
is.
Yeah,
there is.
said something.
Spoilers,
about
I guess.
Yeah, sorry guys. Well, I didn't really spoil
season
much,
1,
but yeah.
season 2,
Season 2. Yeah.
Parrots are snakes, man.
Yeah.
Parrots are snakes.
Mm-hmm. Can't trust them. And don't have a pet parrot. Come on, who does
Don't
that?
have a pet parrot. Don't do that. Let them go in the wild. They live nice long lives in the wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, parrots are giving people away in La Liga. Elsewhere, we got time to hit a couple more quick European results before I go off and celebrate the Ten Hag.
I was gonna say you want to talk about Ten Hag a bit more, or anything
we could. If Ten Hag had a parrot, what do you think the parrot would say? I think the parrot would say
every time they mention Man United, cabron or whatever
cabron.
bastard is in Dutch. Yeah. Yeah.
Well.
Anything else happened? Oh.
What else happened? Inter and Juve drew 4-4.
When did Serie A become the Premier League? I don't understand.
Yeah. Serie A has been fun for a while, man.
Yeah.
Serie A is where the entertainment is. Yeah. Roma got their asses handed to them by Fiorentina.
Who's a Roma manager?
Anything else?
Who took over?
I forget who they got to replace
someone,
De Rossi.
I forget his name, but he's already. I'm already hearing talk of they're trying to get Ranieri out of retirement and come in and save him.
Let that man rest.
They're in a hole, man. They're struggling big time. Yeah,
Sleeping
but Napoli is still first.
Yep.
And Conte is doing some of his classic work with Lukaku, with McTominay. I don't know if Gilmore plays.
Gilmore.
I don't know if he plays that much Gilmore. I know McTominay is pretty.
I think Gilmore plays. Slot. I don't know if he starts, but he's been playing.
He's been playing. Okay.
Yeah.
But no, Serie A is definitely.
Yeah, he's been playing. He started the last game. I think with what's his face, Conte is just with the league the way it is, because for some reason now teams can't defend. His team's going to be the only team that knows how to defend, and that's how he's going to win the league. That's what he did in the Premier League. He's just like, okay, 3 at the back, we don't concede. Everyone else is a basket case. Yeah, it's classic Conte. He picks his jobs well, usually, except for, Spurs, which was odd. But, yeah.
I don't think you could ever make a good decision going to Spurs. Yeah,
nope.
Ever. There's never.
As Ange is, he's realizing now.
Finding out.
Yeah.
Oh,
hey, there's a guy that you can. Would you like him at United?
I would love him at United.
I don't know.
You like Ange?
I know.
You like the guy.
I'd love it.
No. I like Ange, but I like him on someone else's team. I think he's a fun manager, and he seems like a decent guy. But it's the same way where I really want Mourinho back in the Premier League, but not at United.
Not United, yeah.
Bring Mourinho to Newcastle. Yeah. I think that would be lovely.
You know what, man?
I see that. Yeah, next season, Mourinho at Newcastle. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I want to see
Conference League.
I want to see.
He is still box office at press conferences, man. He's entertainment personified. He is wonderful.
On the sidelines, everything.
Old man Mourinho. I'm just like, this is a man who does not care about anything anymore. He is just doing him. Yeah. It's like a comfort show.
He is a special one. So.
Yeah. I would just want to say I want to see Allegri in the Premier League because I just want to see this guy lose his shit on the sidelines every game week. I don't care who, like, obviously not for Chelsea, but that's a manager that's out there. He's available.
Allegri will never manage an
Give him a call.
No one's touching Allegri.
Please.
Football
just for
is
entertainment, guys.
Enough. Once we start entertaining thoughts of Allegri, that's how you know it's time for us to sign off.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at 44Took. I have not updated TikTok in a while. I should do that. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. As always, thank you for joining me, Tommy. Happy Ten Hag sacking to you.
It's a day of mourning, maybe a week of mourning for me and Tony and the rest of us.
You didn't get to play him, Tommy. We didn't get to play him. You were so close. You were a week away.
Close. So yeah, it's gonna be a rough week. Rough week for us.
You were so close. You were so close to cashing your free 10 Hag.
Yeah, I was still a couple months out.
Pass go collect 200. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Thank you for joining me, Tony. Happy Ten Hag sacking to you as well.
Yeah, good stuff, boys.
I'm just buzzing it happened when we were actually recording. Genuinely, I'm like, good shit never happens when we're recording. It's always after.
So upset, but yeah.
Get those authentic reactions.
Yeah.
Happy 10 hog sacking to all those listening, and we'll see you next week. Bye bye.